Well, here we are again, folks. It's Brother Peter, digging in the Word. Not just digging in the Bible, but digging into questions. I have an 11-year-old Sunday school class, and they're all the time popping up with questions. Why this? Why that? And we're questionable people. Us grown folks ask why too. I have grown folks ask me all the time, why Peter, would God allow this or that? It isn't that God allows this or that because of the fact that He is allowing it. It's that it has happened because of sin. Adam brought sin into this world. And because Adam brought sin into this world, sin has been in it ever since. And because that sin is in it, that means that we are going to have crime. We're going to have sickness and we're going to have crime. Now, why so much crime? So much crime is because so many people have forgotten who they are, where they came from, and what they're supposed to do in life. And they've turned to criminal things. Now, we have groups of people out here today who make their living totally by scamming people. We have the telephone scam artist. A lady called me just yesterday, and she said, I am from AT&T. I'd like to talk to you about your account. And I said, lady, I don't want anything from AT&T. Oh, she said, you're already with AT&T. Well, I didn't know that. My wife takes care of that end of it. So I said, well, go ahead. You want to talk about my bill? I said, well, go ahead. I thought it was something about the bill. She said, well, I want to introduce you to, on your long distance, I knew this and knew that. And I said, lady, you deceived me. You deceived me to talk to you so that you could try to sell me something that you could draw another $1 a month out of, and from me, and somebody else, and somebody else, somebody else, and you get 30, 40 people a month, and do that all year. And pretty soon you got a $300, $400 payroll coming in, and you've deceived people. And I don't like being deceived. I don't like people that deceive me. Don't come right up front and tell me. And she wasn't no more with AT&T than I am. And she just found out I was with AT&T. Or she said I was. I don't know yet right now if I am or not. I thought I was with Bell South. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is we got scam artists out here, and that's all they do is scam people all day long on the telephone. And they scam people out of money. And there's always been crime. There's always been violence. In the book of Ezekiel, Ezekiel himself said this. He said, the land is full of bloody crimes. And that was in Ezekiel's day. There were bloody crimes in Ezekiel. And we have that now. We have bloody crimes today. Very bloody. Very nasty crimes going on today. And he said, the cities are full of violence. Wow. Isn't that just like today? You pick up the newspaper, if you care to, and for some reason, my wife cares to a lot of time, get up in the morning and the news is on. Well, out of Atlanta, Georgia, the Atlanta, Georgia news is on. You're going to hear about a knifing, a shooting, somebody dying in a wreck, somebody killing somebody with a hammer, somebody beating somebody with a baseball bat, somebody snatching a purse, somebody robbing somebody, somebody breaking in on a family and killing the family, somebody stealing a child, somebody doing this, robbing a bank, somebody doing something crime. That's all you're going to hear for 1/2 hour before you go. No wonder you go to work depressed. No wonder you go to work looking over your shoulder. No wonder when you stop at a red light, you wonder if somebody's going to rip your door open and push you over and jump in your car and shoot you right there and take your car and steal it. No wonder you're worried about when you're wearing a pair of shoes with some kind of label on them that somebody might knock you down and kill you and steal your shoes. It's getting dangerous today if you wear a gold tooth to smile, because somebody might pass you in the face to get your tooth. I'm here to tell you, we live in a deadly, dangerous world today, but we do not have to wear that hat. My daddy would absolutely, positively not turn anything on that was adverse to his everyday Bible study and thinking. Now, I have a son, and one of my sons, I have 4 sons, but one of my sons, you could not get him to listen to a bad piece of news. If you tied him down, he's not going to listen to something bad. He is not going to trouble his mind with something bad. But okay, we got a world full of crime. Ezekiel 7:23 said this. It sounds exactly like in Ezekiel's day as it does today. So what goes around comes around. So we've been through periods of things that have happened. We've had great periods, like in 1844, there was a great revival in the United States of America. There was a great revival over in Welch, the Welch revival. There was a revival, seemingly worldwide revival, and it changed the status of the world for a few years. People began to get back to where they loved their neighbors, didn't hate their neighbors, didn't try to rob their neighbors, but tried to serve and help their neighbors. We need that again. We need what Americans are left that live in a country where it says, in God we trust. We need to get back to trusting in God. I still pick up hitchhikers. I still work around skeptical, very skeptical people. And I've done it all my life. And I really pray hard about it. I pray a lot about it, and I'm very careful. And I have. I picked a man up just not very long ago. Scared me bad. Scared me bad. When I got down to the exit I was getting off from, I told him what exit I was getting off from. And he was threatening me. And he said, "You're not getting off this exit. You're going on. You're only getting off this exit because you want to get me out of your car." And he was cursing and swearing. I said, "Sir, I'm a Christian man. I believe in the Lord, and I would appreciate it if you wouldn't be taking the Lord's name in vain," and all these other words he was using. And he proceeded to continue to do that. By the time I got to the exit I was going to get off, and did get off, he was railing bad. And he said, "I'm not getting out." He wasn't getting out. He wasn't going to get out of the car. I had to battle him out of the car through prayer and just forcefulness to get him out of the car, and got him out. And so we do live in a dangerous world. We live in with a lot of people mentally ill today. Men have real mental problems. And yes, we do have a lot of crime. And you know, I'm a preacher, and I'm supposed to be preaching, but right now what I'm doing is just talking sensible talk to people that would like to hear some sensible talk. Think about it. Think about this. Think about when I was younger, there was a sign on the side of the road that said $50 fine for throwing trash out the window. When they saw you throw it out, they took your tag number down, somebody would report you, and you'd get a $50 fine. Then it went to $500, and you'd get a $500 fine. Well, they've taken the signs down now, and they put the persons out there. But we have a generation now that'll stop at a fast food place, and they'll eat, and they open the window, and flip, there it goes. They just throw all of the trash right out the window, right out there on the street, just like it was normal, everyday process. And it irks me so bad. It tears me up. I'm here to tell you. But if you are one that does that, if you've never been taught not to do that, you need to think about it. Every action you do causes an action for somebody else.